Welcome to the show. I'm Danella, and here's what's happening now. This week, of course, we'll head to Florida and talk about the after effects of Hurricane Michael. Then we'll shoot over to California, where a student there actually baked her grandmother's remains in cookies, and you'll never guess what happened next. Then we'll go up to Canada. There they are celebrating cannabis. We'll talk about the details as Canada is the second country to legalize marijuana. But first, it's political pop. Oh, we are so close to November. And right now, 92 Democratic challengers have massively outraised GOP House incumbents. And we're talking battleground districts. Even has Republicans spending out of their own pockets. In fact, 61 Democrats have raised $1 million. Ooh, you don't want to miss out. This election, it's going to be hot. Listen, so if you are registered, there are some areas where you still can register if you're not. A word of caution, we're seeing reports across the country where people think that they're registered to vote, only to find out that their name has been purged, even if they voted in the last election. So please just ensure that your name is still currently registered to vote. I'm DanellaNOW, and that was your political pop. And now we'll head to Florida. There's still an estimated 137,000 customers still without power. Hurricane Michael devastated small towns like this one here, Mexico Beach. So far, they're saying at least 29 dead, but that could rise. The death toll includes people not only from Florida, but Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Well, anytime you have devastation like this, unfortunately, you will also see looting, and they're saying that's happening right now. There was a mother reportedly sleeping in her home with her kids. Robbers came in while she was asleep. She says she was so exhausted. She had the door open to let in air, and that they actually took the purse that she was clutching onto as she slept. And they're saying that these looters are armed. So far, at least 10 people have been arrested. And it's forced homeowners to put up signs that read, "Looters will be shot," and "You steal, we kill." Tough situation there. Praying for everyone that is affected. You see, even rescue workers, police officers, in fact, have lost their homes and are still working 16-hour days, long days, just trying to help people also search for those that are missing, even as a week has passed. These storms are strong and powerful, and we will see, unfortunately, more like this. Now from Florida, let's head over to California. This story is crazy. Did you hear about this? Da Vinci Charter Academy High School. This is in Davis, California. A student there actually baked cookies with her grandmother's ashes in them. And then she served them to classmates. That's what she said. Basically, she went around handing out sugar cookies. Oh gosh, laced with grandmother's ashes. This is disgusting. And then they're saying, 2 weeks later, she then tells the other students, a couple other students, "Hey, I gave out cookies last week with my grandmother's ashes baked in them." So one of the students said he ate the cookies, went home and told his parents, and then that's when an investigation was launched. That's very disturbing. A couple things besides the fact that somehow she had ashes and was like, "You know what? These would be good in sugar cookies, and I'm going to hand them out to my classmates." So that's disturbing, right? It goes further. Apparently, that student told his parents also that he was forced to sign a form saying that nothing happened in school, that his school questioned him as well, and he was told, shh, nothing happened, don't say anything. That's crazy. So then the police got involved, as they should, to launch an investigation. And listen to what the police lieutenant in Davis says. Where's the crime? Really? Yeah, he says that they're investigating and pretty much it's going to be handled family to family. Really? I guess so. That the families have to solve it. The police lieutenant also said that, the school is investigating and they can handle it as well, but there's nothing he could do? Really? I mean, we're seeing now with this presidency, right? We're seeing this, that there are so many like legal things that need to be thought out again, right? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one right now rethinking the whole you could be on the Supreme Court for life, right? Am I the only one thinking that? No, I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that. And so apparently, no one has written a law yet saying it's illegal. I could have sworn this was illegal. I didn't think you could like deal with a dead person's remains without a license. Maybe you can, but apparently you need a law to say don't bake your dead grandmother's remains and cook them in cookies, bake them in your cookies, and then distribute them to unwilling cookie lovers. I would be heated. Could you imagine, if your classmate gave you cookies and you were hungry that day? You were so hungry in school. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm remembering I was hungry in school. You have long days, you on activities, you hungry. And all of a sudden, your classmate's like, I got some warm sugar cookies. Ooh, you baked these? That's so nice. You're never thinking, what's in the cookie? Grandmother's ashes. Yeah, so that's California. Because you would think if somebody's baking something in cookies in California, what's your first thought? That they're baking? That's going to lead us all the way up north to Canada. And we'll kick off in our world. In our world this week, Canada is the second in the world to legalize recreational marijuana. Back in 2013, Uruguay was the first, but now Canada made it legal. So note to Americans, couple things to think about, just so you know. If you want to go up there, don't get yourself caught up there in trouble. And what I mean by that is it is legal, and here's some parameters around it. You can have pretty much just over an ounce recreationally. That seems like such a lot, but I'm in America, so maybe it's not that much. But yeah, they said that you have to have less than 30 grams, so that's just over an ounce. And Canadians can also grow up to 4 marijuana plants in their home. What? Now, Americans, remember, keep an ounce, maybe just a bit over on you if you want to go up there and test it out. But don't try taking it to the border. If you take it to the U.S. border, you already know what's going to happen. Do you know what's going to happen? Yeah, Don't play them kind of games. They're not running that at the border. You will be arrested. Also important to note, the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, he announced that he's going to start looking into pardons for Canadians that have been convicted of pot possession. I don't know. Anytime I cover these kind of stories, I keep hearing that reggae song. You know that reggae song, Legalize It. That's what I keep hearing in my mind. All right, that wraps up in our world. I hope that was helpful for you. I know some of you suffering from, backaches, stress, insomnia. It's medicinal. So if you go up there, I just want you to be safe. Now, before we wrap up the show, I want to share with you a mommy moment. If you follow me on Facebook, note, I can't stand Facebook's algorithm, so I don't know if you've seen my post on Facebook, but I posted this earlier in the week. Ooh, mommy moment. I realized that I was truly in a crisis. And in this crisis, it was like 12 hours, man, 12 hours in which I was both the hostage and negotiator. And the hostile was my 3-year-old. I was thinking to myself, why Somebody save me! I mean, I didn't know I was going to make it. And I didn't know if he was going to make it, if I was going to have to take him out. Somebody help me. It breaks my heart to say that, but it's true. It's really true. And the saddest part of this is after it was all over, and I mean over, I mean like he's asleep, I realized that I have Stockholm Syndrome. Because even after hours of torture, I still love him. And I want us to be together forever. Yeah, that's going to wrap up my mommy moment for this week. I promise you guys that it was in my heart. I was like, yo, how can I be the hostage and negotiator? I can't even leave. There ain't nobody here to help me. Whew, such an angel at times. All right, I want to thank you so much for joining the show this week. Oh my goodness, thank you all for all your warm, thoughtful comments. I'm glad you have liked my past shows, so thank you so much. As you know, I'm starting to interview a lot of people. So hey, if you want me to interview somebody, email me. Let me know who you want me to interview. Email me, DanellaNOW.com. And on all social platforms, DanellaNOW. Again, thank you so much for joining again this week, for watching, for listening on SoundCloud as well. As always, I hope you have an incredible weekend. God willing, as always, right? I'll see you next week.